God, I need you. So through. Yeah, so through. But before I could walk away, I heard a voice say, my son, please remember who you pray to. The Father that made you. I was once in that grave too. Did you forget it was my own blood that saved you? So let that fear go, that's not the spirit that I gave you. Yes, the road is tough, but keep your faith, cause you can make it. Wouldn't have gave it to you if I ain't think that you can take it. It's okay to say you're hurt, nobody's asking you to fake it. I just want you to remember life and death is in your statement. So speak what you want to exist, and have the faith to believe that it will manifest. Then nothing shake you, no matter what you go through in life, it shouldn't break you. I died so you could have a way, that's why you go through. Remember that you're following me now. You're my child, and my child doesn't give up or back down. So stop beating yourself up. I'm so proud, look back the way you were, look where you're at now. And let's just go over some facts. 39 strikes in my back, remember that. The spill of innocent man's blood, they were so eager. Remember, I ain't wanna drink that cup neither, but I did, and I did it without complaining. Funny how the ones that I came for left me hanging. Could've threw it all away, but I took it and stayed true. Gave all of myself, and I did that just for you. Now the question is, for me, what are you willing to go through? See, the Bible says that we can't reign with Christ unless we suffer with him. Jesus himself said, any man that wants to follow me must take up his cross.
What's up, everybody, and happy Friday. It's your girl, Regina Lane, and welcome to this episode of Convos with Gigi. Before we begin, as always, you already know what I want you to do. Like, share, comment. Let's get some people in here so we can have some good conversation. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Naughty by Nature. My big brother is back to help me out. Y'all welcome him.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing this evening? Good to be here.
Yeah, glad to have him here with me again. Had some last minute stuff. You know, he's always willing and available. So I'm glad that he is always here to help his little sister out. And so we're just going to jump right into conversation on tonight. And I picked this topic. I wanted to pick the topic Naughty by Nature because it's a lot of things that we deal with. It's a lot of things that we struggle with. And sometimes we don't even know why we're dealing with what we're dealing with. You know, different situations, different scenarios, certain things that we are drawn to, certain things that we have appetites for, and we battle with those things, right? Things that habits that we may have that we are trying to get free from, or things that we know we shouldn't be doing, and we still do them, you know. So tonight we're just going to have a little conversation talking about that tonight. They may remember you from last week, Big Bro, but go ahead and tell them again who you are.
What's up, everybody? My name is here on the screen. I go Danny. Some people call me aliases that I go by. Not a whole lot, not super exciting. Just kind of, I guess I would describe myself as the average Joe. You know, kind of laid back as far as my demeanor. Not shy. You know, I don't mind saying what I got on my mind. I would say I'm more reserved, though. You know, if you don't ask me, I probably won't tell you. But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you what I got. So good to see everybody again this week. Hope everybody's well. And let's have this convo.
Right, man. Yeah. What'd you say?
We're going to keep it 100.
Oh, listen, I don't know no other way to do it, bro. I know no other way than to keep it 100 and to keep it real. Look, that's just how we are. But look at here, look at your brother on here on tonight. Are we gonna talk for real on tonight? What up, Pooh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But man, listen, I know when they saw this title, you know they was in there. Now they're the Saints, but I heard them saying Hip Hop Parade. Oh, hey, I know they was doing it. Man.
Go down, we know.
For real.
Came from the world, we still in it. We just set apart right now. But we, you know, I don't shun any of my past or any of my memories or the things that I used to do that they help me strive, and they help me stay focused and look back at on the things that I've done. You know, some of them good, some of them not that great. You know what I'm saying? So just human. You know.
That's it, man. Just human. And that's some things that I want to talk about because I know even with me, some things that I struggle with and some things that I won't even do because I know what is in the bloodline. So we hear people talking about generational curses, bloodlines. And again, that's some things where you may be susceptible to some things you don't even understand why. It's because somebody before you dealt with it. And it could be generations before you, and you don't know why you're dealing with this thing or why this is a battle or a struggle for you. But that's one of the biggest things is to know, try to get as much information as you can about what your family deals with. And when you know ahead of time what your family or what you've been exposed to, then you'll know how to counteract. You know, you'll know how to, I guess, guard yourself and make sure you don't put yourself in those positions where you could be doing stuff that you know you shouldn't be doing, don't really want to do. You won't fall prey to that. What you got to say on it? So my brother was having some technical difficulties. I was about to say. You was froze up on my side.
I don't know if it's.
You back?
I lost your audio. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs
I hear you.
You can hear me.
Yep.
Okay, I think they can hear me. All right. So as far as the, I agree with some of the generational things, and I think it's also what we are taught is normal, versus it's part of the environment that you brought up in. And some homes, drinking is normal. It's just what we do. That's just way of life. Is not. There's nothing. There's no type of abnormal or deviant behavior. It's just what. And so I don't know if it's a generational curse. I know it's something that I kind of dug in for a while, and I don't now. I hadn't drank anything since 2008. So it's been a while. Even when I'm by myself and like I say nobody's around, I don't do it because I know that is or was one of my vices that I had. So can I say it's generational? I don't remember our father drink a lot. From my knowledge, he did drink some. I know he had them Pabst Blue Ribbon beers in there. That's real old right there. You probably don't even know what that is, but I remember
But you
them
know
being
why I said
in the
that? Because
refrigerator,
on his
but not really.
and I said that because on his death certificate it said he died of cirrhosis of the liver. So I was wondering, I was like, well, is that what that was? And
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It was cirrhosis of the liver. And I know for me, like you said, that's one of my vices. Can't hear you.
One of the causes, you can't hear me. All right.
Now I
I think I
can.
may have to move around a little bit. If you can't hear me, can you not hear me yet?
I hear you now.
Still can't hear me.
Oh, Pooh said, Pooh.
Can't hear me.
I hear you now.
All right, hold
Pooh
on.
said he has the story. I want to know the story.
How about now? Can you hear me?
I hear you. You just got a bad lag, dude.
How about now? I don't know if it's my internet.
Yeah, you lagging like, you know what I'm saying? You remember the cartoon we used to watch with the tortoise in the hair? You like the tortoise right now. I mean, you like dragging, dude.
Hold on 1 second.
I would need you to beef that up. So, but while you're talking, Pooh, Tell me the story in the comments, because Pooh said he has the story. But while you getting your
How about
internet
now?
and your
Can you hear me now?
situation, while you getting that together, huh?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna.
Kiki, your niece talking about give you a minute. Let me put my disclosures out here. This is why I say be on 15 minutes ahead of time. This is what I'm taught. You be on 15 minutes ahead of time to work through all these problems. You don't get no pass because you my brother. I'm sorry. He don't get no pass, Kiki. Sorry. Y'all know how I am, and y'all know how I'm taught. You don't get no pass. But while he's getting that together, what I want to say was what I said is why I don't do it personally, because that was advice of mine. And it is what I saw, because y'all know how y'all used to do. I don't have any sisters. I don't have sisters, so what I saw my brothers do, that's what I did. And so, the brothers and stuff used to drink. And I know, like I said, from my dad, he died from cirrhosis of the liver. And so drinking for me, y'all, I ain't know how to, Pooh Bear gonna tell that story. I'm not gonna tell too much of that story, but I didn't know limits. Let's say that. So because I didn't know any limits, and not necessarily that drinking, I was scared that was gonna send me to hell or anything. What I do, and because I had no limits, I know for me, I can't play with it at all. Like I just can't. He works on his people. I just can't. You back?
Yeah, I don't know if it's any better though.
You seem a little bit better. Well, I might have talked too soon. You was golden last week. I don't know what happened. Loose here.
I don't know what it is either. Crazy.
Well, that's better right there. Yeah, that's good right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
That's good right there. This hole right there where you got it. Don't go to the left or to the right. Hallelujah. Receive it. Receive it right now. Don't go to the left or to the right. Keep it right here.
That's crazy. I do all my life. I don't have this problem, so I don't know what's up tonight.
That's because we're talking about naughty by nature.
But
that's that nature. That nature trying to fight back, man. He ain't want us to talk about that. Look, even your niece said you're good right there. Don't move.
I'm gonna have to call my service provider and see what's happening. But anyway,
get you a refund.
Here, audibly.
The last thing I said is call your provider and say you want a credit for this month. I'm sorry. No, but we were talking about the thing with drinking, and you said that the reason why you don't do it personally is because it was your vice. And I was talking about how I know that's one of my vices. So that's why you don't deal with it.
Right. Yeah, I just don't deal with it at all. I just don't think it's healthy for me at all, and I was saying, I don't know if necessarily it was a general thing or not, but it's something that I did get into, and it took me down a lot of different roads, you know what I mean? So I think I found that, and to be honest, that I got in that culture when I got in the military. I don't think it was really prevalent around the house, but once I got in the military, that was all day, every day, and so I think I got more inundated there in the military than anything else. So
okay, so you saying I should blame Pooh for mine. It wasn't around the house when you was there, but listen, that's all I saw. So who I'm blaming for mine? Pooh? You weren't really there. You was away. But Pooh and his friends was horrible. They was the only examples I had. So yes, I believe that it could be, like you said, certain things that we get into. It could be our environment. that causes things to start. And then I think some things are generational. And when I say some things are generational, and just thinking biblical wise, even think about the thing that, and I think Elder AC was talking about it, and we were supposed to have this talk in September, but AC was talking about it on his 7 Deadly Sins he did for the healed soul. And he brought up David and the thing that David has struggled with, even with sleeping with Bathsheba. But if you look down David's generation, I mean, he had, his forefathers had problems in their flesh, you know, with women and sleeping, you know, stuff like that. So that's why I said some things I feel can be generational with what we deal with, even the things that we experience. Hey, because we were in a sinful nature. And I was watching a video that one of my sisters sent me, and it was talking about on there how children, you notice how you don't have to teach them how to be conniving or sneaky or lie. It's like it's in them, you know, but you have to end up teaching them the positive things, positive manners and behaviors, but you don't have to teach how to be bad. You don't have to teach how to sneak. like it's something in us. Even biblically, it talks about how our heart is just deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? You know, nothing good about this here flesh. It won't what it won't. You know, and that's why it's a war,
Yeah.
and why we have to, and that's why I think the Bible tells us things about how to guard our eyes and ears and guard what we're exposed to, because those things that we are exposed to, I think help, and that goes back to what you were saying about the environment that we could be in. It helps shape our appetite in the things that we crave for, the things that we want that may not be good for us, but because it's what we've been exposed to or what we've been around, we now have a desire to get into some of those things. What you say about it?
Right. I think it's like what you said. The heart wants what the heart, and it's we're born into that, and it takes it's a fight to get out of that, and I think it's everybody. There's no one that's been immune to it, and we can all fall prey to it at any time. It's just got to be something that you, I say, is what you feed yourself more of. If you feed yourself more of the negative and worldly things, you're gonna regurgitate. So it's a conscious effort. Those things. And as you said, you don't have to tell a child when they do something wrong. They'll look back to the parent and see if that's approval, or hey, you better cut that out. So I think that's just evidence are naughty by nature, and we push the limits to see what we're going to do. I think we do that in the worldly sense and the spiritual sense, until we get more mature. And as you mature more, it's not for me. It's not a struggle. I don't have a lot of physical struggle at this point. You know, I don't craving the parties and the all those other things anymore. Just outgrown them, and some of the things God had to remove on His own from me. Not since that I did it, but He had to remove some of those things from me. And then with growth and time and maturity, a lot of that stuff kind of.
Yeah, and that's the part that I want to bring out too, is that I don't want people to beat themselves up. You have so many people who deal with certain vices. One, like I said, it could be not even knowing why they fall prey to what they fall prey to, and can genuinely have a desire to want to stop. I know when I was doing my thing inwardly, I wanted to stop. I didn't really know how to stop. Because I like doing what I'm doing. You know, a lot of people say, you know, I was in a miserable world of sin. My world of sin wasn't miserable. You know, I was enjoying mine. I was having fun with what I was doing. Now, some things went a little bit too far, but for the most part, hey, I had a good time doing me. You know, and so I was struggling with, I still want to have fun. I don't want to be like a old maid, old person, you know, stuff like that. But then I had to get exposed to say that there are fun things in Christ. You know, I guess sometimes it depends on the picture that is painted you think that you can't have a life, or you can't enjoy life, or there's no fun, but he gives us a different type of joy. And so I just learned how to, one of the things was
Yeah.
cuss, and I think that was because of y'all. Could cuss like a sailor, cuss y'all bad. And that's how I express myself. But then he just gave me other words to use to take away from those. And like some people, that's something that they battle with. And then, you know, that's why I said you still should come as you are. You know, and people are afraid, I think, to come to the church and to come to Christ because we how do I want to say it? There are certain behaviors and certain things that you come away from, but it don't happen overnight. And that's the point that I want to stress to people, is that you don't want to stay away from Christ because you feel like, you know, I cuss all the time, I still drink, and, you know, I'm still having sex, I'm still, you know, I'm doing me, don't plan on stopping, you know, I like what I'm doing, I like all of this blood, you know, I enjoy that. And they feel like I got to get myself right before I can come. And what I want to stress is, don't let that be your hang up. Don't let that stop you. Come like you are, because you ain't gonna be able to stop by yourself. I'm telling you, you're not. Every time you try to stop, you may do good for a little while, or you may go back. You have to let him work that stuff out of you. Like you said, some things come from maturity, some things come through relationship with him. But and even when you try to come and you fall again, don't beat yourself up. That's the point that I'm trying to stress. You're not gonna get it overnight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because I was that guy that you say was rolling up and all those things, and when I was in it, and which I don't, you know, I think to each his own. I don't want to what's the word, kind of call the kettle black, because when I was out there doing it, I was enjoying it. I didn't see there was nothing wrong with it. It was just my life. Now my life's changed. I kind of, you know, I relate to those people who are still doing that. So definitely no shade. It's just
Right. Definitely
a
no
life
shade.
change and a mindset, and found out that you know, all those things. I wouldn't even say I would do everything differently. Now I think I would have changed my lifestyle and kind of set myself a lot of headache. But again, I never have a problem sharing those things that I did. I'm not proud or embarrassed, if that makes sense to you, on any of those things, because maybe I can sow something in somebody else, and that you're not condemned. My life changed really comes to 40, 43. All my 20s and 30s, I was acting a nut for the most part, the blur, and this they kept me throughout those times, and but uh, you know me, I really love music, and I really love hip hop, and once I changed my life, I got to let all that go. Found out I did not have that go. I enjoy it as much today as I did back in those days. So um, gotta provide whatever you need. He doesn't change who you are. He just uses who you are in a different aspect, in a different for a different. He takes what you are. He's already given you, and use it for him. Um, so yeah. But it's all a
Listen.
process, and then people.
No, look what just
Listen.
I'm sorry, I had to interrupt you. My brother just joined this live. Hold,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Listen,
Yeah.
you made me interrupt Danny's statement.
Oh,
Let me put a disclosure here. Pooh, my brother, he don't do live. I've asked my brother to do a live, and he said, you know, I have to think about it, I have to pray on it. And when I tell you how shocked I am right now that this joker is on this live,
Yeah.
I believe somebody gonna get saved tonight, Daddy.
Yeah. Look, Danny internet was struggling, so I said, let me jump in for a minute.
Listen, God can do it. Listen, wait a minute. Da, 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 da. I'm just playing.
This just a cameo, a quick cameo. You know, I ain't gonna stay on because I'm coming on next week. So I just want to jump in for a second. You know, look, if everybody got their all out, go ahead and anoint your phones real fast. You know, go ahead and pray on your phone, but I ain't gonna hurt y'all too much tonight.
Listen, bring it. Yeah, see, now you have to stay with me now because Danny got dropped off the line again. So you're going to have to stay with me. You're going to have to ride it out with your sister tonight.
Look, him and Tracy need to go ahead and pay for that internet, man. Stop trying to borrow their neighbor internet. That's what's going on.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, he trying to get the neighbor internet. You know, you got to get your own internet. And that's piracy.
Man, I am so shocked and glad that you joined. You just don't know. You just made my whole entire night this night. And while you on here, you know I want you to talk. So man, talk about it. Our struggles and stuff we did with. You was wild and had some things going on. What I mean, and tell me about that story. We all want to know the story. You can start with the story and then come to the other stuff. If it's about me, don't tell that story. What story you gonna talk about?
About dad and the generational curse and all.
Do that, please, because I need to know.
Now, I mean, definitely, I feel like it's a generational curse because you know he always drank, so we always try to do what we see our elders or parents or whatever do. So you know, I was like 5, 6 years old, going in the refrigerator stealing me a beer. So hey, it was good and cold, yeah, man. So yeah,
good and cold.
Good and cold, you know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to take it, I got the taste for it. So I've been drinking for a while. Well, I was drinking for a while like that. So, and I feel like it's a generational curse because my kids do partake a little bit, but I'm at the age now that I'm slowing down from all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to teach them. Because somewhere down the line we have to break that curse, what I'm saying? But yeah, it's kind of a bad story because I was getting ready to get married and you were in a trip. We were going to get dad for my wedding and he fell out in a bar, died of cirrhosis of the liver. So,
I thought that what it was.
Yeah, so that's what we went. We got in the van going to Jersey to pick his body up. So, so yeah, it's something that we have to break. But I don't regret nothing that I tell everybody I did it, and I enjoyed every bit of it. But it's a better way out there. You can still have that same fun without that alcohol and all that other kind of stuff. And it's up to like you, Danny, and me at a point. We got to start doing different things to show our kids that there's different ways to have fun, enjoy ourselves, and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I said the same thing. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying too, Pooh. And like you said, a lot of people, and I think if more people just be honest and real, and say, like I said, when people say, "Oh, it was horrible out there in the world," I had fun.
Oh yeah.
And I think if more people be honest and say, no, I had fun when I was in the world. I ain't saying what you having a fun, you having a good time. I did too, but we want to show you that it's a better way. You still can have fun without it causing damage that you see what I'm saying? And that's the point I'm trying to make. I think it takes more people to say, don't try to, make this glorious, picture or something like that, but meet people where they are.
Right.
Exactly. I love about all of us that we will keep it 100. I'm not about to tell you, no, I didn't listen. I remember when the thing came on, explosive, and I was enjoying myself.
Hey.
With my brothers. Listen, I didn't have no sisters, so whatever y'all did, I was trying to hang out with y'all, man. But then, it came to a point where that life was leading me down the wrong road fast, having problems in my health, and say, hey, we got to take care of this temple. So let me find out another way. And like you said, it shouldn't be. We got to teach them that you don't have to wait. You get 30, 40, 50 years old, and then you got all these problems. Your body about to shut down because you done turned up all your life.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to show a better way, learn the better way younger.
That's right.
Oh, Danny got good service now, Pooh. He ain't frozen nothing.
Man, bro, I had to switch back to the man cave.
Yes. You got your own internet, got your neighbor internet. Okay, that was good. All right.
Now, what you say, turning up was fun, and like I said, when you turn up on this side, it's just as fun. But we have to first recognize that and own up to our struggles and the problems and stuff that we have. Even the Word of God talks about how when you want to do good, it talks about how evil is always there. So there always going to be something pulling you to go a different way. It takes discipline.
Yeah, that's true.
I even ride through some of the old spots and I'd be like, man, I remember coming down this road. I remember this club. I remember what I was doing and those things. And I kind of laugh to myself and like, yeah, I remember that. I was scrolling through Facebook one day. I used to love one of Jay-Z songs, Get Money. They used to be the joint and you know, so yeah, and to have a flashback or some Pac or something that I remember what I was doing at that time, and I just kind of laughed like, man, I was being good. I'm just glad it made it through, you know. But definitely was enjoying it, you know what I'm saying? Doing the things I was doing, looking forward to it. Look forward to Friday. Like tonight, this Friday, man, I'm about to be getting ready for the turn up. I have my get ready song, my get ready drink, you know, because you gotta have a party before the party, you know what I'm saying? So you might be right for the party, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you know how we used to do it. I'll be right halfway to the club, you know what I'm saying? That's I have the club in the car on the way to the club, you know. So yeah.
And it's like for me, it's like the same way. And what I do is I take that same thing, like the same way I used to do, like even before I get to where I'm going, but I just do it for the other side. Like I still have my music, I still get crunk, I still worship, I still praise. And like you said, sometimes I look up at that stuff and laugh, and then sometimes I look at that stuff and I literally just break down and cry because I'm like, man, you kept me through all that. Because listen, the stuff I used to do, I shouldn't have made it out of that. Listen, I listen to some of y'all stories and how y'all talk about the stuff that happened. And listen, if somebody wasn't covering us, it's no way we should have made it or came out of some of the stuff that we were in.
You definitely true about that.
That's a definite for sure. I know I should have been dead a few times. I woke up in the front yard. I have no idea how I got there. All I remember was turning out the driveway of the club, and I woke up and Mom was looking at me through the door like this.
That's just it.
She was just saying that door.
That shaking of the head can be some of the worst. I was talking on the Hill Soul Life, and I was talking about how when I was out in Georgia acting crazy and had to come home, and she just looked at me. I know she knew I was doing. All she did is that same thing I said, but I'm so glad she didn't say anything because I wouldn't be able to take it. You know, I think y'all got away with a little bit more than I did. I guess because I'm a girl, but she really would, you know, kind of express her disappointment and stuff in me. Yeah, but what I really want to express to the people is, you know, like it's a process, and I don't want them to. The reason why I want to have this conversation because I don't want them to beat themselves up for when they try to make a change, because it's not easy. If you've been doing for something for so long and that's all you know, and especially what you said, Danny, if that's been around your environment, so in your mind you don't even really see where it's an issue. It's your norm.
That's your normal, yeah.
Right.
This is what you do. Then I don't want people to feel discouraged when they do find a better way, right? And they're trying to make those attempts to change. Because sometimes when you start off trying to change, then you feel kind of left out, or, you know, you kind of feel like, well, I don't even get along with the same friends. Like we don't even have nothing in common no more. You know what I mean? When you're trying to separate, maybe they're not ready yet, right? And they still going hard at that life. But you know something in you telling you, listen, you better quit while you're ahead.
Listen, let me tell you, that's exactly what happened to me. I knew if I didn't change, I wasn't gonna make it through 2009. Ain't no way. I knew, hey, look, this is it. Either you out now or you out. You out of here. And luckily, most of my friends were real supportive. They was like saluting, like, yeah, it's time for you to go. You did enough. Time for you to hang it up. And but I still remember that day. Those days letting them know, hey man, I don't even get down like that. I'm done. And some of them took it well, some of them didn't. And we still cool. We just don't. I don't hang with all of them like I used to. I maybe talk to them on the phone, hit them on the book or something like that. But if they need me, I will definitely be there. If they need me, but in the same way for me, if they need me, they still talk to me, and all that's good. It's good. We still have a good relationship. They respect what I'm doing. I'm not judgmental around them. When I go around them, we still hang out and we still laugh and talk. We may reminisce for a second, and that's it. Then I'm out. When they get ready to start turning up, I'm like, "Yep, I gotta go. I'm gonna holler at y'all later," and let them do their thing, and we all good. So.
But how is that like for either of y'all when you start to make those changes, and you do have to start pulling away, and say for the ones who may not take it well, how is that emotionally for y'all? I know we talked last week about the man code and guys kind of process stuff different than women do, but how is that when you have to start making those disconnects, and how can you, I guess, help somebody else through that process who they may be in that point right now and they know they need to make some changes, but they concerned about friends that they may lose or being by themselves or stuff like that. Kind of walk through that process.
You want to go first, Pooh, or you want me to go?
Yeah, you go first on that one.
Well, it's first what I did was I had to tell him, man, I gotta go because I'm not gonna survive this next year. I literally told my friends either I'm gonna die or somebody gonna kill me this year if I keep going the way I'm going. And you just gotta, I chose life over death. Um, and the ones that didn't take it well, because people are attached to you for different reasons. Uh, Either you might have been their ride to the club. Yeah, I might have been the hype man. They might have been scared to talk to girls. I wasn't. So they used me as the, you know, catalyst to do those things. So you'll see who people are, and so you just let them go. I mean, it may be a little weird at first, but for what you lose, there's a replacement. There's no void. I don't miss anything. Let me put it that way. I don't miss anything. Uh, my homeboys I still talk to, we still good. I still check on their kids. They check on mine. We just moved in different lanes. But this is what I do know is that when something happens, they need somebody to pray for them. They'll call me.
And that's it.
You know what I mean? Because they see the genuineness in it. If the people that are around you the most that know you, they know your secrets, and they know for sure. Like some of the people that may see this now, they don't know me. They could think I'm just talking to be talking and have something on to say. But you know how I really used to roll and what I used to do, and you see that I'm not that same person. I had one of my homeboys tell me maybe about a year ago. He said, "Man, if people could see you 10 years ago, they would not believe you the same person." I said, "Yeah, I know." We just kind of laughed. He said, "Man, you got to change." And if you didn't know me then, you probably couldn't. You probably wouldn't believe that if somebody told you that at this time. But you got to just make that separation because it's life or death, and choose you every time. You know, and it'll be what it's gonna be.
Well, my story is a little different than that because y'all know me. I'm the leader of the pack when it comes to a good drink and a good sip and stuff. So
The leader.
yeah, man, I was gonna turn it up and I was gonna drink it all up. But what helped me, and it's strange, and I guess it was meant for a reason. the best thing that happened to me was moving away from everybody and coming to Jordan. Just like Danny just said, that separation from all of that really makes a difference because, you know, I don't really have nobody to kind of do all that kind of stuff with. So I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just like being in the house chilling, you know. And I never was a person that could drink beer or nothing by myself anyway. I always had to be around a crowd and, you know, get it popping, you know, hey, we finna get it in tonight. So, but, you know, just the distance away from the people who do that kind of stuff and still do it, it kind of, it bettered me. So, you know, I'm not around none of it, you know, so I don't know if it's a peer pressure thing or just being the life of the party thing or what is it, what, you know, whatever. But that was my issue, and this distance from all of that and people who did all that kind of stuff with me has really made me stop, you know, changing some of my lifestyle way, if that makes sense.
Well, you know, you try to be the livest cats, though. That's what I think that is part of it. You know, try to be what's popping. You know what I'm saying? Where the party at? You know.
Yeah.
That definitely plays a role in it. If you the life of the party, you know what I'm saying? You get into that. That's kind of your identity of sorts, you know. So I think that played a role in it too. And you feel like you kind of letting that down or whatever, and so.
Yeah, that's how it was for me too. A lot of mine was either coping or trying to fit in. Because y'all know I always said all the time, I never really felt like I felt fit in. But definitely want to hang with y'all was one of the things. And so, you know, I always say I just learned from y'all the how to club, how to party. You know, it was fun. I had that gave me exposure to, I guess, y'all friends and other people who thought I was cool, you know, that type of stuff. So it was almost like a form of acceptance. And so without that, then who am I? You know, that's kind of how my thing was. But it made me stop hiding behind who I thought people wanted me to be and who I had to be for people to accept me and just deal with who I am. So I had to deal with the low self-esteem. I had to deal with the insecurity. And, you know, I just found out regardless, people, they're going to be the same anyway. Because like you said, Danny, then you wonder, okay, why were you around me to start with? You weren't even around me for me. You ain't cared about me to start with. You around me because I buy the drink. So you around me because you know I'm about to do this. You don't care about me as a person.
That's right. They knew I was going to buy the bar out. So, hey, we can hang with Pooh tonight. They already know. The bar is bought out. Just come on and drink all you can. It's on popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You have that. And I think everybody needs to realize that everybody that's with you is not with you.
That's right.
And you got to just, you know, and as you change your what you do, even if you don't change 100%, just change some things up. Tell some people no. Tell them nah, you didn't go, and see if they still hang around. And you filter those people out. No, I can't help you out today, or no, I can't do that. See how long will they flip on you, or they still good, you know. And that stuff is really revealing. They'll tell you who they are, and some of the stuff is gonna really hurt your heart. And you're like, man, I thought that was my ride or die, and you find out they wouldn't. But you know, no, don't retaliate. You just roll on, like, okay, I see what's happening, and you kind of move on from there. So.
And one of the things that you said too that I love and I agree with is that there is no void. You will find out once you do let go, whatever it is, you ain't lost nothing, man. You start resting good. I laugh at Pooh because I asked him what I do, man. I'm enjoying myself. I watch a Matlock.
Exactly.
and you be so happy and at peace. You find a different kind of peace and happiness and joy. So you're afraid of what you might lose, but you have to be open to see what you could gain. There's so much more that you can gain, and you won't know that until you have the courage just to let go.
That's right. You are so right, little Sue.
Life is definitely way less stressful. And I make the joke all the time. It took this pandemic for me to find out that I'm an introvert. If I get on the news, I would know it's a pandemic. I was like, what happened? What y'all doing out there? I'm at home. I'm like, I'm good. I'm really good. at the house and kind of in my own lane. So, man, I am a huge fan of minding my business. You know what I'm talking about? I love it. And so, yeah, so you can, it's nothing like it. And you know, I talk with y'all and a couple of good friends. We laugh and joke and keep it moving. So yeah.
That's it. And so, like I said, one of the main things I know I want to leave with people tonight is don't be ashamed about your past and regrets. You know, that's one of the biggest things, because like you said, we all have one.
That's
And
right.
most people who in a good place now, they won't show you the dirty stuff and the stuff that they used to do. You just see the finished product and where they are right now. So I want to say, don't feel condemned about where you are and what state you're in right now, but just make that first step.
That's it.
Look at the people that you hang. Sometimes you need to change your circle. Like you say, it could be the environment, it could be anything. But even like Danny said, you have to choose you. And at some point, and even what you said from last week, Danny, it shouldn't be a point where you feel like you need, like, I need this person in my life. I need that. It should never be where everything you have is wrapped up in this person or wrapped up in this situation, this environment. Choose you.
That's right.
Every time.
For the long haul. And you can start, like I said, at a young age in whatever situation you're in. And I really, we have about 10 minutes left to talk to those people who are even has started to do stuff as fun. And, you know, and they wind up in addictions and habits and you know, they promiscuous because they just trying to, it's other stuff, other roots and other stuff that they're dealing with. Those are the people that I want them just to start, just take a step. It takes courage
Exactly, Nate.
and discipline, but just to know that it's not, and that's why I try to be so transparent and open, because I want people to know that you could have come from a messed up, jacked up life, and it still can be peace for you and happiness for you and joy for you outside of what you used to know.
That's right. That's
Yeah. I'm living my best days right now, man. I mean, I had some fun before, but listen, I sleep good at night. I have peace. I don't wake up sick. I can remember what happened the next day.
it.
I don't have no blanks. Listen, I don't have to hear those stories about you remember. No, I mean,
You,
it's just better on this side for me.
man. I'll say amen on that right there. 'Cause, wow.
I got the stories. I ain't gonna tell them on here.
I was about to say, Daddy, I don't know all your stories, but who had them? He told me one of the stories. It was hilarious. See, I don't get to remember that side of you, because all I know of you, Danny, is the quiet. I've never, even when I hear them talk about stuff with you now, I'm shocked because I'm like, who?
Look, I'll tell you what's funny. We went to the class reunion thing, and somebody was asking me something about you. Remember that? I'm like, I have no idea what you talking about. I had to ask Pooh, what are you mad with me or what's going on? Because I have no idea. And it was just too much of that. But they tell me I was the life of the party though, but I just don't remember the party.
Oh boy, yeah, you used to get it in, boy. Yeah, everybody thought it was quiet, Kiki.
Quiet,
Ain't nothing quiet about Danny. Not a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was quiet.
Yeah, I just kept it on the low. I just kept it on the low, you know. Never would a cry, go do what I do and come on back through, you know. But yeah, I do one quick thing before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your last pieces of advice? Since you said one quick thing, we'll do you, and then we'll do Pooh.
My last thing is for my dudes. We get promiscuous too. The world just looks at it different. You can run around and the world say, "Oh man, you a player," or whatever. But it's still the same defect. It's still the same low self-esteem that you're dealing with. And my thing was drinking or women, where you would think that I was just good. It's just like a drug addict trying to find a drug. My thing was just trying to find a woman. So you become good at that, reading body language, and you look for the brokenness in that other person. And so men that are dealing with that, you need to try to help yourself get some help with that. A lot of people want guys want to admit that, because you do get a lot of my guys like, man, you gonna give all this up, man? You doing this and that? I wasn't happy, you know, because if it didn't work out, you know, I just drunk myself to sleep. You know what I mean? It's still a void. It's still something missing, and you never want to get in a situation where you're dependent on anything, whether it's another person or some kind of other substance. It's still just it's the same addiction, in a different skirt. So recognize your issues, try to get help, talk to somebody. That's it.
I like that. And the part that you brought out that I want to make sure they heard is that those things is still just a void. You don't try to fill those voids and those issues with just different things, just something in a different skirt, as you put it. Right. You have to deal with you. In the thing that you said, you don't have to do it alone. It's somebody that's wise counsel now. Don't go to blind, lead the blind. Everybody still be in the ditch and have a bottle. Cheers. We ain't trying to do that. Go to somebody that's already there, who has already come out of what you're trying to get out of, so you can get some guidance through it. Make sure you go surround yourself with the right people. I love that, man. Who?
Well, I don't know what Danny talking about. I don't know what promiscuous is. I ain't never did nothing like that. I don't know. So I don't know what y'all talking about.
It's going to be a thunderstorm in Georgia.
Wait a minute.
I find that.
Something happened to y'all internet out there? I think something happened on my side, because it sounded like he said he didn't know what that was, but I could have been something on my speed.
I plead the fifth. I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Confess your faults once to another. Confess.
Oh boy,
confess.
Be wise counsel, man. Be wise counsel.
Oh man. Hey man, but real talk, man. I know Tracy, but real talk, man. You all, I mean, I tell everybody, enjoy yourself, but do it at a, you know,
within reason.
Yeah, within reason, exactly. You know, because I mean, I done been through it. I was in jail for a year for alcohol, so, and other stuff. So, you know, I had to learn my lessons the hard way, but I have learned.
I know that.
Girl, you know, I used to call you when I was in jail. And I got on work release. I was texting you.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Yeah. I got a year in jail for a lot of kind of stuff. But bottom line is, you know, it takes some people to learn those kind of lessons, because just like Danny said, I mean, either you can quit or you're gonna lose your life. So it took me an extra step by getting incarcerated to learn some more of my lessons. So, but enjoy yourself, man. But there are better ways to enjoy yourself. The alcohol, the drugs, the women, all that kind of stuff, man. It's nothing like having one person to love and enjoy your life with, instead of just doing all this different stuff. So it can be done, guys. I mean, we are all examples on here. You know, I'm not there where Danny and Gina is, but they're praying me there. So
he's on the way. Right. He's on the way. He's on the way.
Oh man,
I felt that all in my spirit. The fact that you came on here tonight tell me you on the way. Glory be to God. Well, I'm sorry. I did that offline. I'm sorry.
I know, exactly.
But listen, I'm so glad that y'all joined. We all have come a long way. Just our family. Listen, y'all don't want to miss next week. Next week is going to be Family Affair. And all of my brothers will be on here with me. And y'all hear me talk about my testimony a lot. And I talk about how I grew up without a father, and the things I had with my mom. And I just want to just have convo with my brothers on how they felt, you know, because y'all always hear about how I felt, because I told you about it. But, you know, just the thing about, how was it seeing their mom got shot, or having a 2-parent home and then that's snatched away and your whole life has to adjust. I can't talk to that because I was younger. They were much older. So listen, some of this stuff I'm going to hear probably for the first time myself, because we don't really talk about it like that. So I'm just so excited that they have agreed to talk about some family things. Family is important. Family is a great foundation. So next week is Family Affair. I encourage you to watch.
It's going down.
It's going. Listen, you already see how they are. My family is very candid.
It's going down.
I'm gonna broadcast from in here next week.
Huh?
I'm gonna broadcast from in here next week.
Yeah, please start on the right road next week.
Yeah. Stop
We lost about
internet.
20 minutes on your internet connection.
Yeah. Maybe
Start on the right path. Not to the left or to the right. Hold it right there in the middle.
Yeah.
But listen, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for always hanging in with us. Combos with Gigi. We try not to keep you longer than an hour. It's 9 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and jump off. We will be back here next week at, it's going to be 9 o'clock next week, because we have conference at my church, True Fellowship Gathering. If y'all not doing anything, stream live, True Fellowship Gathering on next Friday. So we will probably be 9 o'clock. So I'll jump on that after we're done with our live stream. But I love y'all. Thanks for always, again, hanging in with us. We will holler at y'all later next week, 9 p.m.
Be there.
Peace.
Peace.